So hi guys, this side Karan again. Um, Coming up with the next video, the fifth video about Linux commands. Right? Previously we talked about some file editors which we can use in with the command line method also, and with the graphical method also we have talked about. Now today we'll be learning about some intermediate, you can say intermediate level of command lines. Okay, not the basic command line, it could be considered as the intermediate level, right? So yes, let me share my screen, and yes, starting up this. I don't know why it is showing it there. Can I remove this? Close. Okay. So let me clear this screen. Now I'll be talking about some other commands which are there in Linux, right? So yes, if you want to see the host name, the first one is host name. Okay, so we have logged in to the local host. Okay, local host is our local machine host. Okay, we have logged in into our local machine, and we have used the local domain, right? We have logged in into our local machine, and we are using the local host as the user. Okay, we are the root user. Okay, that is a local host, and the local domain that we are using. So we'll be talking about the host name, and the how you can use the other host also inside Linux operating system. We'll talk about this later, but for now, if you want to check the host name and the domain that it is using, okay, we are using the Linux machine, right? Our local domain is there and the local user is there, right? So it is the first command that I wanted to share. Now, if we want to check the history of commands that we have used, right? Um, Previously, we have used a lot of commands, right? So if you want to check the history of all the commands in a proper structured way, in a proper row format, we can simply write history command. It is very easy. So here you can see all the commands we have used so far. Okay, it will give us the history of all the commands that we have used, right? Again, Control L to come up to the new page, right? And if we want to just clear everything, if you want to note, if we don't want to change the page, rather we want to just clear everything, we can simply use clear command. Okay, so here you can see that after hovering the mouse also, I'm not able to, it is a complete fresh page for us, right? If we'll write the history, let's see. Yes, again it is showcasing the history. It can showcase the history, but it is not able to showcase the previous data, previous work that we have done, right? Only the commands that we have used, it has shown, right? Now Control L for our new page. Now we have created, in the previous video, we have created a lot of files, file 1, file 2, file 3, file 4, with different, um, different file editors. Okay, with command line editors, with Vim editor, with VI editor, with gedit, with nano. Okay, so just list it out one by one. So we can list the content out here by this. Okay, and if you want to move previous to the previous directory, we can simply use cd and then space dot dot, and you can just list it like this. All right, and yes, you can see here when you will go to the root, sorry, cd root. Here again we are again into the same page, right? So I'm going previous on the previous directory and listing the files and listing the directories out here. And let us say uh, if I want to copy, first I'll create a file here, right? By touch command we can create a empty file. Touch what should I name it? F1. Okay, here after listing it we can see we have F1 file here, right? And if we want to copy this file to the another place, to the different directory, to different path, what we can do is we can use cp command for this. Cp, the current file name, F1, and where we want to paste it. We want to paste it to the, let us say we want to paste it into the root directory. Okay, so what will happen? Let's see. Let's go to root and let's see if we got, okay, we are able to see this F1 file here. Okay, so basically we can paste like this. Okay, there's one more thing that we can do with cp. If we add v to it, v means verbose, it will showcase. First of all, we'll create a different file here, right? Cd, again back to this. We'll create a different file, f2. F2. Now, if we want to copy this F2 to the again root directory with a proper visualization. Okay, after copying it and pasting it with a proper visualization, we can, what we can do is we can simply just cp F2. Yes, add verbose to it. Like for verbose, we need to put v to it, F2, and then what we can do, paste it to the here. So it has showcased that F2 has been copied and pasted to the this directory. Inside this we have pasted the F2. Okay, you can see after listing out, you can see cd, you can see here file F1 is there, F2 is there, right? Okay, now if we want to copy a particular directory, okay, what we can do, let's check again. I'm going back to the previous directory, ls, for checking the data out here. And here I can see already there are many directories out there. So let's copy this AFS directory to /root. Okay, so it is showcasing the error. Also, it has showcased that it is not, we are not using R. R is not specified. Okay, so R's full form is recursive. So to copy the directory, we have to use -r. Okay, so that inside a directory, always there is a lot of data inside a directory. There could be some more directories that could be there. There could be some more files which are there in the directories. So to copy this, what we need to do, cp-r and afs to -root. Now it has been copied or not. Let's check. Let's check this. The cd. Okay. Uh, Here we can see AFS is there. Inside AFS, let's move up to the AFS directory. What is the content here? No content is there into this, right? So basically, in AFS there was no content. Okay, and we'll come out and we'll list it again. And again, I want to come back in a previous step directory. I'll list it again and move up to AFS. Now list it. So there was no data in the AFS in the previous directory also. So it has not copied the earlier directories AFS, right? So again, move up to the main directory, root directory. So let's come back one step. Let's come one step back first. And after listing it, I can see many directories. Let's choose one. What we can choose is let's choose the bin. Okay, cp -r bin to slash root directory. Okay, so if we'll move to the root directory, here we can see bin is there. But we cannot open it. Okay, why? Because there is data inside bin. Let's move into bin. There's no, it has showcased that there's no file or directory, right? Like this. So in order to simplify this, what we can do, again, go back to the previous file or directory, ls, and it's a link. Okay, basically it's a link -l. So you can see, so by this we can see that it's a link. So yes, it was not a directory. So we have to choose the directory in order to copy, right? So that's why it was not copied properly in that sense, right? So let's take boot here or /etc. Let's take etc, right? -r etc hyphen root. Now we can, if we will check cd, and we'll do ls. We can see root is not there. What we have done. Let's come back to this. All right. We'll try to copy this again. -r root to slash etc slash so it's just asking about some inside files and directories. So there are many files inside that. All right. Control L. So here, uh, let's create a directory, right? Let's create a directory. mkdir -p, and I'm creating a directory inside directory. Okay. A, B, C, D, E. So in this way, I've created this directory A, and if I want to copy this directory R into A into hyphen root. So let's see if we are able to copy it or not. Let's come up to the root user directory, and yes, if we'll check, we are able to copy this, right? So here, if we'll go inside A, we can see that there is a different directory, that is B. And if we'll go inside B, we can see there's a different directory, which is C. Okay, files. So to come back to the root user, simply write cd, and you are again back to this. All right. So let's create. Now come up to moving the file from one place to another, right? So yes, again go back to the previous directory. Okay, slash directory, and if I want to move a particular file or directory, what we can do, we can use mv and move f1 to slash root and a. Inside a, I want to move it, right? So let's see if we have f1 here. We don't have f1, we have moved it. So we will go to root, and here we'll check inside a, we can see f1 also. F1 is there in a, right? In this way, we can move it. And with moving it, we can also, change the name of this file particularly. We can change the name of this file also, like mv, and we want to highlight what we have done. So for that, mv v and mm, f1 to, let's say, fx. So it has renamed it. Okay. And with moving also, we can rename it, right? Like this. cd back to the previous section. Now here, what we can do, come back to the previous section again. So we have f2 here, right? So by moving, we want to change the name. So for that, mv f2, and we want to change the name by let's say fz. Okay. So we have not used verbose here. So we want to check whether the file is there as fz or not. So here we can see fz is there. Okay, so we can move files, and let's check we can move the directories also. Again, come back to the previous section, ls. Now let's move up the -a to hyphen root with name bbb. Let's check now. A is not here. cd on root So here, are we able to see BBB or not? Let's see. Yes, here it is. Okay. We can change the name of the directory also. All right, with moving. Okay. So with moving, we don't need to use -r. Uh, it will directly, take the inside files or directories which are there inside it. Basically, if we will go to BBB, we can see the directory is there. Okay. So we don't need to use recursive mode here. Now coming back to the root user. Now press L. So we have checked how we can copy the particular file or directory. We have checked how we can move, and with move we can change the name also. Now let us see how we can remove a particular file or directory from a system, right? First of all, I want to tell you one more thing. If I want to copy a particular file or directory, let's say copy purpose recursive forcefully. F is for forcefully. Okay. It will not ask us again and again for any particular file or directory. Okay. It will not ask any permission again and again. If there is in the, there are files or directories inside a particular directory. So it will not ask the permission that you want to continue with this file also, or you want to continue with that file also, right? So for that, we are just copying the boot data here inside the current location. For current location, we can just type dot to it and enter. So it is copying everything, right? So you can see we have boot data also, right? And if we'll go back, we can see we had the boot data there also. All right. Now cd back to the system and control L. And here we can see we have boot. So we'll be learning about how to remove a particular file or directory. So for that we can use rm. Okay. And if you want to remove a particular file or directory, just simply write the name or the path. Okay. F1, remove the regular directory. Yes. Okay. If you want to uh, remove a particular directory, so for that we need to use R, okay, recursive method for removing and copying the file or directories. Okay, not files, only the directories. Okay, we need to use R into that. So remove vr a. Okay, so a is in the current location. So to do this, it will ask that if you want to remove, yes. Again, there is B inside A, so yes, 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 yes. So it has been removed, I guess. Yes, it has been removed. So let's create another directory. We have the B. So, to we are using so many steps, we need to again use and again use y and y every time to do this. Instead of that, what we can do one thing. We can simply rm hyphen r verbose to showcase it r and forcefully bbb directory, and it has removed everything at it has showcased with the help of verbose. So with force, it means forcefully we are doing it, and it will not ask us again and again for anything, right? So like that, we can remove any file or any directory. Now we want to remove this bin also. because it was a link. So there is no file. Actually, there is no file there. So I'll teach you how to copy the link or how to create link. But for now, we'll simply removing this, right? RM. It is asking us yes. So the symbolic link has been removed. So I'll tell you about the symbolic links and what are the type of links we have. Okay, later in the videos. But for now, uh, we have learned how to copy a file, how to move a file, how to rename a file, how to copy a directory, and how to copy every content in a directory, how to copy or how to remove every other content in the directory. Okay, so these are some important commands. So let's move up to the other section of the command. Okay, so copy, move, and remove has been covered. Let's come up to the next section. So we have a file, right? Let's say we have file1, and if we want to check the word count, for that we'll use a wc command and file1 word count. For this, what we can do, enter, and it will showcase that it has one row, 10 words and 41 characters, right? And let's see if we want to just check the number of rows inside it. Hyphen r file1, only the sorry, hyphen L for line, number of lines. Sorry, it is not number of rows, it is number of lines, right? So one line is there inside file1. So if we'll check by create command also, you can see there is one line. Okay. And with WC, if you want to check the number of letters in file1, sorry, it will give the number of lines. Sorry, for I'll. So if you want to check the number of words in file1, you can check the number of words that are there 10. And if you want to check the number of characters in file1, here you can see 41 characters are there. All right. So it is all about this. Let's move up to the other part of the commands. So we have seen that in a file there are many rows and columns. In many files we have a lot of content. Like if we talk about, let's talk about slash etc slash. If we'll talk about this, there is a lot of content right inside it. And if we want to just check the top 10 lines inside this file, so what we can do, we can use tail command, or sorry, head command. Okay, to check the header top 10 commands. So slash etc slash passwd, we have given the file path. So let's first, maybe it is confusing to you right now. So I'll simply do one thing, clear everything. And now I'll use this command, head slash etc slash passwd. But it will give us, by default, it will showcase us the 10 lines inside the file, right? Okay. So if you want to, see only 2 lines, so what we can do, head -2 slash etc slash. So here you can see there are 2 lines only, right? And if we want to see last two lines, so we can to check last two lines. Okay, first of all, cat slash etc slash pass. So we can see the whole file here. So last line, bin bash current Sharma, you can see. Okay, so for that, so we'll use the command tail last two lines. Okay, by default it will give 10 lines, and if we'll write down a particular number, then it will showcase the last lines, right? By this tail -2 slash etc dash. So you can see the same last two lines it has showcased us, right? All right. And let's come up to one more thing that I wanted to showcase earlier. If we are, appending anything to get, let's say, file1, if we want to append something like this is something new to learn. Okay, and how we can come out from this? Escape is not working. WQ will not work here also. So if we want to come out from the appending way, what we can do is we can simply write Control D and we can come out from this, and it will check the content in file1. So it has showcased that this was the initial line that we have wrote earlier, and this is the appended part that we have written down after that. Okay, so it was important, so I decided to include this also. All right, so again, let's move up to the other commands which are more important, right? So we have seen that cat slash etc slash has a this file has a lot of data, right? We can see this. All right, so uh to showcase this in a proper way, we can use, earlier we were using more command, more slash etc slash past wd. So here we can see the data by just you know just entering it. Okay, but we cannot move further. We can just simply we have some restrictions here. By entering it, we can see the data one by one, but we cannot move upwards, we cannot move rightwards in the directory, in this file, sorry, in the file content. So for this, there's a new way of doing this, that is less. Okay, we have less command also to check a proper file content. Less slash etc slash passwd. So by this, you can if you want to don't use your cursor. In many servers are there which by in on which you use, by which you connect by remote login, right? So if on that you can, you are able to only you can use is that is the command line way, right? So in this you can use cursor, sorry, not cursor, the uh, up and down arrow key and right left. Okay, so basically you can check the data according to your need, and at the end just enter WQ, and you would be out of the that particular less uh, command, right? So uh, we have showcased that by history command you can see the number of commands that we have run. And if we want to don't write a command and just simply use it for our use. Let's say we want to use the 131th command. Okay, for that 131th is ls command, right? So for that we'll use this hyphen and write 131 and enter. So it will give us the result which we have got from 131th command, which is ls, right? So this is a new way. Without writing the command, we can execute it by giving it a proper number. All right. I hope this much is clear to you. And now we'll come up to this part, that is printing something, right? So before this, I want to tell you the file types. Okay. So if we'll want to check a particular file, so what type of file that is actually, so we can write file and F2. So we have F2 file here. So we can check the type of file. So it's a empty file. If we'll write file and write fi file 2, so it is showcased that it is a ASCII text file, right? And if we'll create a file, let's say bim file 5, and yes, let's write some code slash slash uh, it's a C code. Okay, so I have written this, and just I have not written it properly, but if it will automatically judge what kind of file it is, and accordingly it will tell. Okay, so if you want to check the file type, you can see it's a C source and it's a text file, right? So it has analyzed by itself and told us that what type of file it is actually, and showcased us the that it's a text file, right? So in Windows, the extension of a file is defined by uh, the file extension, okay, the name that we give on a file, and after that we provide an extension to it. And now here it has been showcased that it analyzes the file, inside the file what type of data it is there, and accordingly provides the information related to it. Yes. So now coming up to the printing part, let's refresh the page, coming up to a new page, and uh, we have, let's say, print a equals to happy. Okay, so here if we want to print a, we can use echo and a. So it has showcased us that a it has given the A only. Okay, to showcase the value inside what A is. Okay, so A equals to happy. So for that, echo $A we need to write, and it will showcase the value which is there inside the A section, right? So by this we can see that it is written that happy is there, A equals to happy. So happy has been printed in this way. That is it's a temporary variable, right? There are some permanent variables also. There are two type of you know variables. This is called the temporary variable, and the another one is the permanent variable. So permanent or environment variable, right? So env command is there to showcase the permanent variables. Okay, so these are all the permanent variables, right? So display is equals to 0 or these things. So it has showcased as the permanent variables which cannot be changed in any way, right? So temporary variable I have showcased it. Okay, so the value of A could be changed by happy to sad. Now if I'll A is not there, so if I'll just print echo $A, I can see it is sad. Okay, so again env. So these are all the permanent variables, and the A value which I have given, that was the temporary variable. Okay, so for today, I hope it has been cleared what I have taught you, and the intermediate level of um, commands we have covered today in Linux, which are important. So you can say it's the second part of basic Linux command. Okay, and tomorrow we'll be talking about some more advanced level of commands. Okay, and these commands, these commands actually make your base for the upcoming DevOps journey, because most of the tasks that we do in the Linux operating system, and even in the servers like AWS and all, so you have to have some basic understanding of Linux and these open source tools so that you can operate them in a proper and executable way. So it is very important to have a great base before learning directly jumping up to any particular server, jumping into a particular server provider like AWS, Azure, or Microsoft, right? Azure, Microsoft Azure or Google, right? So this is creating your base practice, what I have taught to you, and this will really improve your understanding to a next level. I can assure that, and we'll meet you on the next video. So please subscribe my channel, Sarmaji Ka Beta. So goodbye to all of you. So it's 2:44 and I'm feeling a little bit sleepy, but I wanted to create this video for all of you guys. Um, so please do subscribe and like this video and share to your friends who can learn some, you know, um, new technology. Okay, which is nowadays demanding, and for upcoming future also, if any person wants to go into IT domain and he don't want to go too much into the development part, coding part, he can learn this technology in a very nice way. Okay, it's very interesting. Day by day you will get when you will have more practice into this, and you will definitely enhance your you know enhance your uh, curiousness towards it. Okay, so for today, all of you, goodbye and good night. And please subscribe and do like the channel, do like the video. Thank you.